Hello guys, welcome back. Now today, I'm going to be talking about the Rocket Richard Trophy and who I think will win it this season. Now, hockey season is almost here, and for the finale of the NHL award predictions, it might as well have been the Rocket Richard Trophy for the trophy that goes to the player who scores the most goals in the regular season. But with the Rocket Richard Trophy, it was very much a close race last season as well, and this next season it could be the exact same situation. There's quite a few guys that'll definitely be in the race to get 40 plus goals, and maybe a couple to get 50. Now you all know how this series works. I go through my 5 candidates, I go through my top 3 dark horses, and list my top 3 predictions for the trophy. Now, of course, to start out, you got the great 8 Alex Ovechkin. He won the trophy last season, and obviously his cabinet is pretty full. At age 33, he's still a major contender to be at least top 3 next season. He scores a bunch of goals and has been doing that for the past decade and a half. So for him to be in the race, it really will be no surprise. The newly crowned Stanley Cup champion has won 3 Hart trophies, 3 Ted Lindsay trophies, the 05-06 Calder trophy, the 07-08 Art Ross, the 2017-2018 Conn Smythe trophy, and of course was drafted first overall in the 2004 NHL draft. Last season, he played a full 82 games, had 49 goals, 1 shy from 50, had 38 assists and 87 points. His career, he's played just over 1,000 games with 1,003, has gotten 607 goals, 515 assists for 1,122 points. Amazing numbers from him, and one of the best goal scorers of the generation, if not the best goal scorer of this generation, and one of the best goal scorers of all time. He's definitely going to be at the running for that trophy, even at age 33. Another guy that will definitely be in the top 3, if not number 1 for this trophy voting, will be Patrick Laine of the Winnipeg Jets. At age 20, we've already seen some of the best years from him, and if he stays healthy next season, there's no reason why he shouldn't be in the running for it. He was drafted as second overall in the 2016 NHL draft. This past season, we really saw him break out with 82 games played, had 44 goals, 26 assists for 70 points. In his career, he's played 155 games, 80 goals, 54 assists for 134 points. Amazing numbers from him, and at age 20, he's just getting into his best years goals-wise, and these next couple of years, we'll really see him at least getting a couple of Rocket Richards. He's definitely going to get there. He has serious talent, and if it's not next season, it's going to be the season after that. He has so much goal-scoring touch, so much talent on the goal-scoring for the Winnipeg Jets. They have a bright future, and Patrick Laine leads that. Another guy that I believe will be very competitive for this trophy is Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs. He, at age 21, has done great things in his rookie year. Of course, he won the Calder Trophy in 2017. Last season, he was a bit banged up, only played 62 games, but scored 34 goals, had 29 assists for 63 points. In his career, he's played 144 games, had 74 goals, 58 assists for 132 points. And this next season, if he's fully healthy, and we see the Toronto Maple Leafs be the team that a lot of people think they will be, Austin Matthews will likely have a career year. So far, I think 40 goals is likely for him, definitely, especially if he stays healthy. He could be a top 3 for sure bet. Besides, like Connor Mcdavid, he's been one of the best guys and one of the best young prospects to come out for the NHL and have an immediate impact with the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's done fantastic in that department, and for the goal scoring, if he's healthy, if he plays with the right guys, aka Nylander, there's no reason why he shouldn't be top 5, even if top 3 in the goal scoring department. He's so talented, and I think we'll see that next season. Next, I also see Vladimir Tarasenko definitely being in the running for the Rocket Richard Trophy. He had a down year last season, had 80 games played, had 33 goals, 33 assists for 66 points. That's not really a down year for a lot of NHLers, but for Vladimir Tarasenko, the goal scoring and the assists were kind of lesser than what we've been expecting from him. At age 26, he's right smack dab in the middle of his prime. He was drafted 16th overall in the 2010 NHL draft. In his career, he's played 421 games, has had 178 goals, 172 assists for 350 points. He's been one of the most talented goal scorers in the last few years with the St. Louis Blues. He's been just a fantastic player. And as a Dallas Stars fan, I know that full-handedly. So Vladimir Tarasenko definitely had the talent last season. He just was kind of off. It didn't seem like he was playing with the right guys. And next season, I feel like it will definitely change. I see another bounce-back year from him. And I see him likely being in the top 5 goal scorers. And I see that definitely being in contention for it. I think Vladimir Tarasenko has top 3 talent when it comes to his shot. I think next year he'll release it more, we'll see more shots from him, and we'll see more of them go in. Next, for the last spot in my top 5 contenders, I was debating between quite a few guys, but for the last guy in my top 5 contenders, I feel like Connor McDavid will be in that top 5 goal scoring. He said this past season that he wants to score more goals. He scored 41 goals this past season with Edmonton Oilers, with the terrible Edmonton Oilers team. He wants to score more goals, and for me, Connor McDavid has the talent and he has the makeup to do anything that he wants. And if he wants to score more goals, he will score more goals. He was drafted first overall in the 2015 NHL draft, has already won the 2016-2017 Hart Trophy, 2 Ted Lindsay trophies, 2 Art Ross trophies. He played last season on a terrible Edmonton Oilers team, but had 82 games played, 41 goals, 67 assists for 108 points, leading the league. On a terrible Edmonton Oilers team, he was able to dominate competition. In his career, he's played 209 games, has had 87 goals, 169 assists for 256 points. He pretty underratedly scored 41 goals last season. He was a great goal scorer too, alongside being probably the best playmaker in the league as well. So this next season, I think he'll be a little bit more selfish. I feel like he will shoot the puck a lot more. He even said that he wants to score more goals, and let's be honest, if Connor McDavid wants something, he'll likely get it, and he'll likely work hard for it. So I have no reason to believe that Connor McDavid will not be out of the top 5. I think he'll be around there. I think he'll be competitive, and likely have an even better year with the Edmonton Oilers. He's that freaking talented, and we can see even a career year from him next season, better than we saw last season. Now on to my top 3 dark horses, the guys that might not get the attention they deserve for their goal-scoring touch, and I think should get more deserving credits and will likely have even better years than they did last season. For my third dark horse for the Rocket Richard Trophy, I have Brayden Point of the Tampa Bay Lightning. He was fantastic for the Tampa Bay Lightning last season, really having a breakout year. I think he scored 34 goals. If he can get more time on ice, I have no reason to believe that he could possibly be Tampa Bay's best goal scorer, possibly behind Kucherov, but we'll see what happens there. I think that Brayden Point is very underrated. Offensively, he's one of the best guys in the league, one of the best young guys in the league, and he can get, if he gets more ice time, plays with the same line mates as he did, he'll have another fantastic season. I could see him being possibly in the running for that Rocket Richard. For my second dark horse of the Rocket Richard Trophy, I have Evander Kane of the San Jose Sharks. When he was with Buffalo, he was very solid. When in his year, when he was traded to San Jose, he was having a very solid season with Buffalo Sabres, one of his best. But when he was traded to San Jose, it was like he became a completely different player, and for the better. He was amazing with Joe Pavelski and that team. He was absolutely amazing. And on the power play, he got so many opportunities to score goals, and he definitely did. For me, if he gets that same, if he transitioned that last year performance with the San Jose Sharks onto next season, and of course having Erik Karlsson there will definitely help. I think if he transfers that performance onto this season, we'll see amazing things from him, and I think that he could be a very underrated guy throughout the whole season. For my number 1 dark horse for the Rocket Richard Trophy, I have Sebastian Aho of the Carolina Hurricanes. He has tons of talent. Last season, he was kind of inconsistent. He wasn't able to stay consistent on the ice. His first half was terrible, but his second half, he played very, very well. He has tons of talent, and this next season, if he can transition that second half onto this next season, and the Carolina Hurricanes will likely make the playoffs because of that. I feel like Sebastian Aho, if he has that breakout year, will be among one of the best goal scorers in the league. I feel like he has serious talent for that. He's already shown his overall playmaking, but I think he has goal scoring touch that hasn't been quite fully realized yet. Now, on to my top 3 picks for the trophy. These 3 players are out of my top 5 candidates. 2 will be left out, 3 will be in. For my prediction to get the 3rd amount of goals in the NHL next season, I have Vladimir Tarasenko of the St. Louis Blues. Again, like I said before, I think he'll have a bounce-back season. Even though 33 goals is very, very solid, I think he has potential to get 40, maybe even 45 goals this next season. If he plays with the right guys in St. Louis, and the St. Louis Blues likely have a good season because of that, I feel like Vladimir Tarasenko will likely have a great campaign and will likely surprise a lot of people. At number 2, I have Alex Ovechkin of the Washington Capitals. I still think he's going to score a ton of goals, might even get 50, but I feel like he's going to take a little bit step back in the overall game. Of course, he won the Stanley Cup his last season. I don't know if there's really going to be a Stanley Cup hangover for him, but I do think he'll be right around the same production that he had last season. No improvements, but no really downgrades either. I mean, there's certainly a case for him to get the most goals in the league. I still think he's going to score a lot of goals, as he always does. He's the most talented goal scorer in the last 20 years we've ever seen, so I think that he definitely will be in the running once again, and second overall ain't bad at all. And at number 1, the guy that I predict to score the most goals in the league next season, I have Patrick Laine of the Winnipeg Jets. Now, I already discussed this in a different video about who will score the most goals in the league, Patrick Laine versus Alex Ovechkin. I suggest you go check that video out. But I do believe Patrick Laine will be the guy to score the most goals this next season, and I think that he'll probably get 50, maybe even 55 goals next season. Patrick Laine has been getting better every single year, and I feel like this next season will see him take another step, at least in the goal-scoring department. He has one more year under his belt. Of course, he went to the Western Conference Final with the Winnipeg Jets, gives him a lot more experience, and at age 20, it's definitely useful. He has superstar talent. He's already shown that already, and I feel like he'll get even more opportunity to do it this next season if he stays healthy, if he stays consistent. I see no reason why Patrick Laine will not win the Rocket Richard Trophy. And of course, I obviously have a lot of faith in him. I think he has serious potential to score 55 goals a few times in his career, maybe even 60 goals a couple of times. He has serious talent. I feel like this next season will likely be one of the years that we see it from him, where we see that explosive talent, that explosive skill that we've already known and loved from him. But of course, that's just my opinion. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about my predictions, my dark horses, and my candidates? And of course, I want to hear from you. What are your predictions, and who will win the Rocket Richard Trophy? But that's going to be it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe. Again, tell me down below, what do you think about my predictions? What are your predictions as well for the Rocket Richard Trophy? And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.